Adjusting journal entries is a tough concept to get your head around, but they are necessary when making entries into the general journal. According to ACCT Financial, adjusting journal entries can be defined as entries that are made in the general journal to record revenues that have been earned but not recorded, and expenses that have been incurred but not recorded. Basically, when a transaction is started in one accounting period and ended in a later period, an adjusting journal entry is required to properly account for the transaction. The purpose of adjusting entries is to show when the money actually changed hands and to convert real-time entries to entries that reflect the accrual accounting system. Prepaid expenses or unearned revenues are goods or services that have been paid for by a company but have not been consumed yet. Insurance is a good example of a prepaid expense. Insurance is usually prepaid at least 6 months. This means the company pays for the insurance but doesn't actually get the full benefit of the insurance contract until the end of the 6-month period. This transaction is recorded as a prepayment until the expenses are incurred. The same is true at the end of an accounting period.
Only expenses that are incurred are recorded. The rest are booked as prepaid expenses.
Accrual expenses and accrual revenues. Many times companies will incur expenses but won't have to pay for them until the next month. Utility bills are a good example. December's utility bill is always due in January. Since the expense was incurred in December, it must be recorded in December, regardless of whether it was paid or not. In this sense, the expenses occurred or shown as a liability in December until it is paid. Non-cash expenses. Adjusting journal entries are also used to record paper expenses like depreciation. These expenses are often recorded at the end of a period because they are usually calculated on a period basis. For example, depreciation is usually calculated on an annual basis. Thus, it is recorded at the end of the year. This also relates to the matching principle where the assets are used during the year and written off after they are used. As an example, let's look at an adjustment for an accrued expense on a note payable. Suppose Company A takes out a $9,000 note payable at 6% per annum over 9 months. After 1 month, Company A has incurred $45 of interest, which can be calculated by 9,000 times 6% times 1 over 12. Therefore, we debit interest expense and credit interest payable.